percentage versus him. You feel me? Like I just want to see you lose.
Wait, what?
Whoa,
Wait, what?
shit. Oh shit.
What?
Oh
Yo,
shit.
He
Act,
said
The people waiting on that.
65%
Wait, y'all
win
put
against
money
It was
on
Joe.
this?
65%. You know what I mean?
Now we
Act,
questioning what you
Act,
say, Act.
Damn.
don't
Mm-hmm.
ruin my strip club
Wait,
night
hey,
number
but what's
one.
your
Hold on, let
definition of
Joe
him losing?
talk.
What's your
Hey,
definition of him losing the argument?
Act no better than what he's saying, man. Act, we're not giving this to YouTube for free.
Act trolling. You know what, Act? I think you just need to come to Clubhouse and hang out with us more often. That's what I think.
Shit.
Hey. No, I
Trolling.
know what
You
I'm gonna
gotta
do. I know what I'm gonna
apologize to
do.
gang, bro.
No, I know what I'm
Yeah,
gonna
you
do.
gotta
The next
apologize,
time,
bro.
Nah,
Stupid nigga.
Act,
yo,
these West Coast niggas be showing love in these little rooms, man.
no,
They
they
do.
definitely do. No. And by the way, like I
I'm
obviously
from
didn't say anything.
Virginia.
So
I'm
like,
from the East
if
Coast.
anybody took that comment and personalized it, like that wasn't the intention. But I'm gonna say this: when the next time I see Wack just doing the same tactics, I'm gonna hit him up and said, launch Clubhouse up. I
Why
need to
you
come in every
calling?
day.
Hey, bro, I don't call what Joe Budden does a tactic.
Oh, Joe's a manipulator too.
Nah, bro.
No,
See,
it's
no,
strategic
he's not,
No,
debate.
Joe a
bro.
manipulator.
Bro, Joe's
Manipulator.
very intelligent. He knows
Wait a
his
minute.
lane. See,
Hey,
that's what I'm
Act,
saying. You call
wait.
skill
Manipulation is a strong word.
manipulation.
But wait, let me ask something that I love
Yeah.
to ask. I don't want to do this on YouTube, man. Fuck, Act, man. Why are we doing this? Come on, I'll give it. Hey, the people that y'all say I manipulate, what am I attempting to manipulate them out of?
That's what I'm saying.
Well, you usually manipulate people to agree with you or manipulate them to think
Oh,
a certain way.
Act.
this
My
nigga
entire
crazy.
career, I know you wasn't outside for some of this, but my entire career, I've been black sheep, stand alone. I'm not in no set, clique, no
Definitely.
gang. I'm
He's
me. I
definitely not.
move
No,
around alone. I be with the
yo,
bitches. You talk, it's me.
yo, Joe,
What are you talking about?
This is why we can't do it on YouTube. But I'm gonna be honest with you,
They got to pay
Joe,
us millions for this act. Let's stop
Joe.
talking about this.
I watch you do some amazing things. Yo, the first 2 years of Everyday Struggle, I was sitting there like, I remember how you were able to convince an audience, and that's the most powerful attribute of a public speaker, a media personality, to convince the masses to believe and think what you're putting out is
Act,
not only factual,
act. You
but
are you are so the man for putting that in your little media way. But what you describing is a master of ceremony.
There you go.
oh my god.
And Joe, I'm gonna say this, bro. Hey, Joe, this coming from Wack. I've been watching you a long time, right? Listen, I respect your skill set. I don't call it manipulation. It's a skill set, and you've always kept it real to what you seem to be real. So I don't know, Act. You seem to, if a motherfucker got a talent or a skill set on how they present themselves or how they go about doing their interviews, you
Yeah,
call it he's manipulating.
because I call that whack skill set too, right? Like on the spades table, you got a nigga that'll always lead out with his long suit. That's just his. That's how he approach it. That's what he's doing.
Hey, I've seen. First of all, you two are great, and this is why I love y'all in terms of watching and consuming content by y'all, because I've seen y'all manipulate a lot. You know what I
This
mean?
nigga
Now you
crazy,
still ain't
bro.
answer my question. Who
Damn.
have I
I
What?
sound like
attempted to? What was I manipulating them out of?
Yo, Joe. All right, no, hold on.
Nate,
You
give
see,
me one example. Just give
oh,
me
I'm gonna give you the
one.
biggest example. I'm gonna give you the biggest example because it's
Give it
probably
to
not
me.
the example you're probably I don't know if you're fishing for, but it's I've seen I've we worked at Everyday Struggle, and I've seen how you were able to manipulate the audience to basically fight for your plight with business to believe stories or artists or whatever you could shift the narrative, being able to. And this is a very powerful thing in media because I know sometimes I hold that power in terms of the narrative, but to twist and shape the narrative based on however you want to do it, man, I seen Joe, when it was time for you to dip from Everyday Struggle, that was, I believe, I won't call it manipulation, but you damn well brought them motherfuckers with you.
Act.
And
You know what?
and I remember saying the
That's
I
Yo,
his
remember saying I
nah,
fan
remember
but
saying the
base.
nah,
complex,
but
right?
no, it's not. But it's not. Act. Oh, why do I have to do this on YouTube?
Look, I'm still letting
Act.
you
He
explanation.
basically saying everything Wack tell us it ain't no truth to.
This ain't YouTube.
No
This
way.
Hey,
Clubhouse.
one mic on Joe. One mic
One
on
mic
Joe.
No.
on
Joe, do
Joe.
that shit, Joe.
Hey, Act. This is the blessing of documenting everything, right? And I've done this for 20 years. The blessing of that is you get to plant little seeds as soon as they happen. So no, you call it shaping a narrative toward the end of that complex contract, but you was there. So very early on, what did Joe say? Yo, we not here on Fridays, audience. We should be here on Fridays.
Joe,
Complex. Stop.
go ahead.
I let you talk. Complex. Cut the check. Right? That was mad early on. Hello? You there?
I'm hearing.
So when they started getting $250,000 ad fees from places and giving me and you $5,000, you didn't think I was going to throw a tantrum?
That's not
You didn't
that,
think I was going to make it known? Wait. You didn't think Joe was going to make it known that I'm boycotting this Friday?
that's not the
That was
manipulation,
you in the
sir.
desk. That was you. Wait, that was you in the desk sitting there.
That was not the
So the whole time,
Let him
same
land.
with the Spotify deal, same with Complex. I'm just going to tell you my version of events from my perspective. And the audience just typically feels me. And that audience don't be just Joe Budden audience. I've never sold 1,000,000 records, nigga, but Complex felt the effects when I left. That's not just a Joe Budden audience. That's just niggas that feel real shit.
Okay, I'll tell you exactly the manipulation I'm talking about. The manipulation is this, and I believe a lot of people do it. By the way, I think Jay-Z does it too.
This nigga here crazy.
No, it's real.
Anybody
I
that
think
got
I
the
think I
gift of
think I
speaking
think
is
it's a
manipulated.
manipulation tactic that
I think you
Joe.
manipulate them kids on Twitch.
Wait, hold on, wait.
That's a big fact. Hey,
That's what I think.
I
But go
believe
ahead.
Joe.
they can't talk back on Twitch.
Yeah, I'm listening.
Word
Yo,
Twitch.
I believe Joe successfully got away with. I think Joe manipulated the people to think that he was like Captain America, when Joe was trying to get the shit for himself.
Joe was wait. Joe, wait.
Oh, this
Act.
nigga's
See,
crazy,
no,
man.
I see what's going on now. Act. You don't want to give Joe his
No, I
props
know.
that Joe was the draw to
Yo,
that show.
you
That's
you
what's
got like
going on, bro.
He hating Joe. He
no.
hating.
I've always given Joe.
You know what happens a
He
lot
was the
too.
jaw to the
But
show,
this is
bro.
what,
Act. We don't take nothing
yo,
from you,
yo, yo,
but you was on your
yo,
No.
rise.
hey, Whack. Hold on, Act. This is what pisses me off about what you just said, right? Because you can't, there's nothing you can say to that, right? Because that's your perspective of things. But typically, I hold most of the value wherever I go. So when I go kicking and screaming in these offices, it's a little different than you or someone else going and kicking and screaming in these offices. I don't go in there and ever fight for just Joe, nigga. You can call Ian and ask him yourself. You saying that to the person that got both of y'all hired. Like, your perspective is wild. You saying that to the nigga that took Lyric with him.
But all right, Joe.
Like, I took people
All
with
right, Joe.
me. What are you talking
To
about?
speak in clear terms, right?
You
And
got to stop this act. That's not right.
no. I'm trying.
That's not right.
Well, also, I'm telling my perception. Listen,
Deal
I
with it.
believe that a lot of people felt a certain. They, I mean, to a certain extent, a lot of people felt like you use the trust of the creator mantra that you had to garner support for where you were going business wise, thinking that you were representing the interest of much more people than yourself.
Act.
And then
Go ahead.
I think, well, that's what I would say is manipulation. And then I think at some point they realize, they're like, no, I don't think he's doing all this for everybody else. He's doing this for Joe. You get what I mean?
Yeah, that would be the opinion of people that are unfamiliar. I don't need to manipulate anyone for support because I'm a creator. When I say create through it, it ain't no fucking presidential campaign like type phrase. All my career, I've created through it. All my career, I've created something to get support out of absolutely nothing. That's what I do. They know that that's what I do. What are you talking about? I've always done it. I've always done it.
No, well, here's the thing.
I know. Let me ask you a question. What do you call it when you giving somebody great advice? What do you call it? Do you call it great advice, or do you call it manipulation?
Manipulation.
You talking about you?
So if I give somebody good advice, I mean, if I'm
Yeah.
giving them said advice that they could go and walk my way, that's manipulation. It doesn't matter if it's even great advice. If I'm only if I'm only telling you something good that you could agree with me or that you can make a decision in my favor, that's manipulation.
What if you're telling them the truth about a situation? Hey, how should I drive my car? Drunk or sober? Sober. You telling me that's manipulation?
I mean, at that point, I don't know what you could benefit out of that person, driving drunk or sober. I think you're trying to look up.
Like, why do you think if somebody's being truthful and giving them real advice that can help them because you've used this strategy or you use this advice personally, why is that considered to be manipulation?
And the same way I told you on that podcast, you only looking at it from one side. When that complex shit was over, I was home unemployed with a new baby on the way, with mad bills in a mansion somewhere.
No, I agree. I told you.
There was another way that could have played out. There's no other nigga in the world that would have made that decision in that moment with that weight. A nigga would have just went right to work and played it out.
Facts.
Niggas do it all the time.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I don't maneuver that way. And I know it's tough for other people to understand. Any other nigga in the world takes that Spotify off of that money. Joe don't. I know it's niggas that don't get it.
No, I agree with that.
But if you know, you know.
No, I agree with that. And
but where in that is manipulation of an audience?
Joe, because I'm gonna tell you why. I think when people listen to all those rants, they thought you were fighting for like a legion of creators, like just generations of people who want to do what me and you do for a living. Luckily, and
wait, Joe. Let me answer this, bro. Wait. This is what you missing. By Joe fighting for himself, he's fighting for you too, because you're sitting right there with him. He's saying, yo, y'all got these $250,000 ads coming in. We shouldn't just be getting $5,000, right? He's letting you know what he's doing. He's not taking no fucking secret fucking meetings. Now, what you didn't do is you didn't step into that room with him because you were scared of what the outcome might be.
Wack is absolutely right, and he took the point out of my mouth. But I'll take it a step further. You know that little play that me and you was working on, right? Hello?
You there?
Yeah, my bad. I couldn't get off.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, he can hear you, Joe. He said he couldn't get his mic off mute. The system's kind of tripping.
Oh, listen, that little play that we was working on, right? One day you'll speak to that gentleman again, and he'll tell you that me, voluntarily out of my mouth, with all of the ownership, said, yo, go offer him half of it. He created it. He was there. It's not this without him. What do you think I'd be doing behind these doors in these offices? Like, I know you can't see it.
No,
and
Joe,
I know it's natural to assume that's what's happening, but you going crazy, yo.
No,
you
Joe,
think I was in there talking to them complex niggas just about me?
No, Joe, I'm not speaking as it relates to me. I'm talking about how an audience would galvanize. I was giving an example. I said the reason why everybody rocked, everybody left, and went to where you were going is because they believe that plight. The reason why you went through whatever you went through with those two stooges or whatever is because people at a certain point they stopped believing that you were for the creator, right? And that power and that narrative that you were for the creator, whether it be true or not. I wasn't over here attacking the veracity of it. I'm saying that's a form of being able to manipulate a large group of people. It's not manipulating creators. I
If
mean,
you're paying
you can
if you're
manipulate.
paying if you're paying more attention to the messenger than the message, then you're absolutely right. I've never been that person. So no, it's much broader than what you speak. At least 10 people a day come up to me on the street and say, yo, I made a different decision at my job. I quit. I did this. I did that. And because of I listened to you and what you were saying, and it inspired something in me, and I made a move, and boy, did it pay off. That happens to me every single day, Act. I'm not gonna sit here and name names. I can tell you people at the companies that I do these implosions, pseudo implosions at, that have left the company behind me and what I'm saying. So you talking about me and my actions and how I blaze a trail that's never been done. But fuck me, it's about the message. Hip hop is way broader than me, dog. My impact is impacting others. That's the legacy. It's not about me. Niggas can spend their time talking about Joe all day long. Joe up already. I'm good.
Yeah,
I'm
I feel like you're digging deep into it. I'm just talking about the
I'm
overall
not
thing.
digging deep into it. I'm telling you that the message is inspiring and it's effective. It is impactful.
Well,
I'm
I'm and in my opinion, right, the ability to get that many, like for example, and this is a part, as I said, we could argue if that is, which I guess that's what we are doing, if that is manipulation. But for example, I'm an entrepreneur. I'm somebody who literally got it from the mud. Now, if I want to make a move that is the quintessential fabric of an entrepreneur, either doing themselves, like say I'm like, yo, man, fuck whatever. I'm just gonna do it on my own, this and third. I don't know if I could galvanize an entire, like, just conglomerate of people to say, no, this, we need to rally behind this guy because this guy is his wherever, whatever he's doing is going to be a byproduct, is going to help us. You did that very
ag,
successfully. And
ag.
the reason
We
why I said
of course I
Hey,
did.
hey, guys,
Hey,
I was
the
pointing
chat
out
is off.
when it worked and when it
Real
didn't work.
quick, let me interject real quick, guys. The chat is off because it's making the system overload because the amount of people. I just got a message, so whoever keeps turning the chat on, just let it be off. That's why the screen was freezing, and that's why it was hard for Akademiks to come off the mic. So the chat is off right now. Joe and Akademiks, y'all continue. But hey, guys, Wednesday, May 4th, Sleepless in LA. We'll be having a music room song battle, so make sure y'all chime in with Sleepless in LA on Wednesday, May 4th. Joe, it's on you, King.
ag. You and I, we don't have the same credit report. I have a
You're right,
20
100%.
I have a 20-year history here. I have events that you can look at and see that Joe is Joe in all of these different places. That same thing that niggas say is a negative, I think it's beautiful. It's consistency. I don't waver in the moment. Like I don't understand what you're saying. People know that.
I think
People have seen it.
academics think he's smarter than us though. That's
Please
what
be
I
it
don't
is.
quiet.
think that. I don't think that. I don't think that. I don't
Well,
think that.
he said so. Basically,
Hey, put it like this.
I agree.
The conversations I have with Joe, which by the way, I think me and his business mind, I don't think it's too far. I think we have definitely different ways of executing, which, I think Joe in his own right would be critical of some of the things I've done, and I think I have a right to be critical of him. These are top level discussions where I think that for Black creators, like, these conversations should happen because not all people you know, deal with business or deal with, creating or deal with, decisions that could affect other people the same way. So, I don't think that's a conversation that's condescending at all. I don't again, I don't look at Joe and say, like Joe's an idiot. First of all, you know what I've said to Joe? I said, Joe, and Joe remember me saying this. I said, Joe, what I love you ranting about everything you're gonna do, but the only thing I I kind of caution myself, and I hope when people listen to it, they caution themselves on, is that shit could only work for you. You're Joe fucking Budden. And the regular nigga do that shit, that nigga will be homeless, living in a cardboard box somewhere in LA. You know what I mean? and you could do a lot of those things where, you know, shit, you know, maybe I could get away with some of that shit now, but in a good part of my career, I definitely couldn't get away with that shit. You know what I mean? So that's conversations where I always saluted as bravery, you know, but there's many different ways how to do the same thing or try to get the same result. And
No, you get away. No,